Hi Internet, how you doing? Welcome to my new channel. I'm the old fat dude with Old Fat Dude Travels. We'll see how this goes. My wife has suggested that I do this while I go on my travels, and I have a vacation, my annual big long vacation that I take when I'm able to, and I leave tonight. So I'm going to go in this one, besides kind of introducing myself, I'm going to go over the itinerary of that, and then as we get through things, then we'll go ahead and or when I get through actually doing the trip, then I'll come back and I'll edit and post the photos. This particular trip is a cruise leaving from Quebec City, Quebec in Canada, going to Boston, Massachusetts, with stops in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island, Sydney, Nova Scotia, and New Brunswick, Nova Scotia. Those will all be on Holland America cruise lines. I am flying out tonight. I live in Fresno, California. If you don't know where Fresno is, well, it is basically dead center of the state. I think we're just about 40 miles from the actual center, but we're the biggest city, and it's in the center. We're not Northern California, we're not Southern California, we're Central California. More precisely, we're the Central Valley. So I'm flying out tonight on American Airlines, UGG, going from Fresno to Phoenix. I'll have a 2.5-hour layover there, no, 3-hour layover there. Then I have an overnight flight to Chicago O'Hare, which I'm not looking forward to. It's 3.5 hours. And then I have a 4.5-hour layover in Chicago before I fly to Quebec. So I'll get in tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Why did I say UGG with American? I've never had a good experience with American, and then it's like, well, why are you flying American? You don't like it? Because the airfare cost was cheap, very cheap. My boss, thank you boss, booked the flights for me with air miles, and American was the only choice I had. Flying back, I'm actually on Alaska. Yay! So we'll go on American, and I'm in first class again because we used air miles, and then I get a free bag. So that's kind of the trip in a nutshell. This channel, I'm like I said, I'm an old fat guy, old fat dude, and I don't get around great. Have some mobility issues, but I also have some breathing issues, so I'm not going off the beaten path. If you're looking for that, I don't go to, then don't, no, this isn't the channel for you. I, try and go accessible stuff. I'm not going to go hiking unless it's a shorter, fairly flat path. I'm not going off the beaten path to go get to see something. I'm not going to bungee jump. I'm not going to, rock climb or anything of that nature. I don't drink, so there's not going to be any wine things or, distillery tours or, anything like that either. I'm not necessarily a foodie, so I'm not going to be giving you reviews of restaurants or my food or show you that most of the time, unless I think it's relevant to my trip. And we'll see how this goes. So, if you want to actually see the videos when they come on, don't forget to subscribe. I'm not going to be begging everybody to like and subscribe like everybody seems to do. You guys all know the drill if you're watching these videos. So today my prep is finishing my laundry, doing some shopping with my wife so that she has some groceries while I'm gone. Yes, I'm traveling alone. She has even more mobility issues, and she has an expired passport, so she can't travel on the cruise. She's going to have a vacation from me, so she said, which is perfectly understandable. I'd live with me all day. I'd like to get a vacation from me too. So I could do that, and then pack, and then we'll head out to the airport this evening. My flight leaves at 7:12 out of good old Fresno Yosemite International Airport, which has no real amenities there. It's a pretty lousy airport when it comes to that kind of thing, but I digress. We'll show you that in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.